Good morning, everyone, and morning for me. I wanted to touch base with you, and I've been overcoming a head cold since my trip, so I may be drinking some water to help with this. So I wanted to share with you about reconnecting with, say, our higher self, something greater than ourselves. Often what happens is we get to a point of, say, desperation in our lives, or even better, exhaustion. And I've seen this in myself. And it's interesting when I read the psychosomatics of a head cold and everything, there's so many aspects of it that fit perfectly as to emotionally what I'm working through and going through and what I've experienced recently. And so the body never lies. But I wanted to share this, like in the coaching world, we often talk about, your niche and this and that, you got to get really specific. And I've been specific, and at times I've resisted being specific. When I first started out, I was leave the job you hate for the work you love. And then now I've been, from ranting to raving for a while and doing relationship work, which to me is important. And I've covered the gamut. I mean, I've helped people with career choices. I've helped people with weight issues. I've helped people with relationship issues. I've helped people with money issues. It's been all over the gamut. And I was at a business retreat last week, and in my hot seat, what really came to me is this idea of really helping us reconnect with something greater than ourselves. And the big impetus for me with this is there's been these defining moments in my life, and fortunately or unfortunately, they've often come from moments, I would say, of desperation in my life. And I know Tony Robbins has coined it, saying most people change out of inspiration or desperation, yet most people tend to choose desperation. And do I intellectually believe that we don't need to choose desperation? Yeah, I don't think we need to get desperate to elicit change, but I think many of us have grown up in cultures and all that where desperation is kind of how we've learned to make shifts or changes in our lives. So what I wanted to share with you is, as I'm learning to reconnect even more with, I'll call it our higher self, our spirit, the divine, whatever word works for you. What a journey. And I love, I had learned about A Course in Miracles a long time ago, but at the time I looked at it, I was like, this doesn't even make sense to me. So I really kind of opted out. But there are so many teachings about it that I really love. The idea of we either learn through fear or through love. We're choosing the teacher of fear or the teacher of love. And I love, I think it's Gabby Bernstein talks about that too. The teacher of fear, the teacher of love. And it's from A Course in Miracles. And I wanted to share this too because it really is like when we start paying attention to the thoughts that we have, really get in touch with them, you could simplify it to this and go, am I in fear or am I in love? And I can tell you, there's so often I notice in myself, it's like, oh my God, I'm in fearful thoughts. And sometimes that can feel overwhelming. But again, awareness is huge, to be really aware of what is it that I'm feeling? What is going on for me? Am I in fear right now? Or am I in love? And I like that simple way to look at it. And when we have fearful thoughts, it's the idea of, what if I could choose again? And today I'm on day 50 in this 60-day program that I'm doing with this group of people that have signed on for it. And it's been such a journey. And I'm like, oh my God, we're on day 50. So we have 10 days left counting today. And then we have a 3-hour virtual workshop at the end. So there's actually an extra day. And the things that I'm hearing from people is not necessarily these huge quantum leaps, but what this to me is the trail of progress. That people saying, I notice I still have negative thoughts, but they aren't so intense, or they don't last as long, or I'm able to shift them quicker. And one gal, it's so awesome. She said, her husband said, whatever you're doing with that group, you keep doing it because you seem different. And to me, it speaks to that our cells, what they say is our cells change around every 60 days. So if we're doing something to continue to shift those negative thoughts, we're rewiring the cells in our body and sending neurochemicals into the body over a 60-day period of time that are starting to change those cells. So when those cells divide, the new cells now, instead of having more of a tendency towards the negative, will have more of a tendency towards the positive. And to me, I don't at all say it's the elimination of fear. I don't believe that. I think that as long as we're on this planet, we're going to have fear come up. It's part of the human condition, but how do we deal with it? And can we shift ourselves out of it faster? And the thing I've noticed in myself now is it would run rampant and just go, like I would start having fearful thoughts, and it was like that train was running off the tracks. I've called it circling the drain, and I couldn't, it was like, oh my God, I can't stop this train from going off the tracks. And I notice now I can definitely interrupt it and shift it. I had some fearful thoughts come up this morning. I was like, whoa, they're starting to go there. And then I was able to just shift it. So I just wanted to share this. I'm not really going to do any tapping here. Because to me, as I'm continuing to do the tapping and then reconnect to, my higher self, a power greater than me, the divine, I think we can start seeing challenges in life as ways to bring us back home to ourselves. So what if you're in the midst of a challenge right now and you're facing a pretty epic challenge and it feels like, why is this happening to me? And I know with my upbringing in Catholicism, that's always where my brain went, is, why is God punishing me? Or I'm unworthy, so I'm meant to be punished. And I still have thoughts like that because of the epic programming, but it's more like now, oh wait, reframing it and going, what if this is the divine's way of getting me to reconnect? That's a nice way to look at it. So I just wanted to share this with you and hope that you find this helpful, that there are ways to reconnect. And when you feel those moments of hopelessness and despair, to reach out and turn it over. Even sometimes my prayers, I don't even know how to turn this over. I'm not really good at surrendering. I'm so used to trying to grasp and control everything. So help me to surrender. So anyway, just wanted to share this with you, and that's it for now. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. Bye.